Guys, I'm going to take 10, 15 minutes here, and I'll talk to you in a second. Then we'll start up some KSP. Won't ever mean anything for the time spent. Whatever, man. I'll be back. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Alright, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to... Everyone, I needed to get everything squared away with Route 154 and stuff. So, it required my attention. Alright, dudes. Let's jump into Kerbal. We have about 2.5 hours to get some stuff done in KSP, so let's do that. I'm shifting Space News. Space News and KSP are swapping places right now because of the Inspiration 4 landing. I think coverage starts at like 6, 7 o'clock, something like that. T-minus 2 hours and 40 minutes until splashdown. So we got about 2 hours to play some KSP. Yeah, we're gonna do that because of, here, I'm gonna shut the air conditioner off. It's getting kind of cold. We're gonna play some KSP because I know that Inspiration coverage is gonna go pretty long. People are gonna have questions, and obviously we'll do Space News then. So, yeah, should be pretty easy. What color type suit should my EJ Kerman be in? Orange. All day. Orange. I'm pumpkin suit. Shuttle flight suit through and through. Alright. Sweet, KSP, did you land back yesterday? Yep. SSTO is out on the pad, and then we needed to make a couple of changes. The couple of changes that we did to the crane yesterday, we got to change that to the actual crane craft file. I'm gonna go sort out some work stuff, so skip KSP for today. Be back for Space News, though. Okay. Yeah, Tars, I mean, there's some anxiety with Route 154. It's not for me, but it's not just Route 154. That's like, you know, like, it's just everything boiling to a head. It's like 6 or 7 other things that we just don't, like, it's not, like, appropriate to talk about on stream and stuff, dude. But yeah, you know, like, when you're trying to get something done, and when you go and try and get something done, everybody else needs your attention. Everybody else needs you. You're like, okay, I really need to work on this. And everyone's like, hey, 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 hey. And there's all these other things happening all at once. That's what's going on. That's what's up. It's just annoying. It's just annoying, you know? Like, it's like, okay, so we've been trying to gear up for Route 154, and literally at every single turn that I've done this, that we've tried to do that, we hit a snag somewhere. But once again, that's just organizing a project. But this is the first time we've done it, so I'm like, not like used to it, you know what I mean? So life, pretty much, yeah, just life stuff. That's why I don't really dwell on it and talk about it so much, you know? Like, don't bother doing that. Nobody wants to hear our sob stories, you know? Read last, genuine question. Okay. I wonder, will they reserve resilience for private missions because of the dome, or remove it and put it back on the docking port? I think they can swap them out, Novacon, I'm pretty sure. One of my favorite sayings goes, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Fact. Hola de nuevo. What's going on, Banana? Cool, have a prolific KSP section. I will be back for inspiration in space. I'll see what I can do, man. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so first of all, I gotta synchronize the craft files between here and here. Alright, cool. So now, we gotta go modify the cal controllers. Just a little bit. So I'm gonna go select this, select the horizontal control, and we're gonna do that fix that we did yesterday with this. We're gonna take this thing's play position and we're gonna bind it there, and then we're gonna go 5 seconds in. Value 5. Done. Go here like that. Value 5. Done. Cool. Alright. Basically, this is, that right there was basically the implemented fix to not have the crane explode every time we get near it. Cool. You're building the ISS right now. I really love Legos. Oh, the Lego ISS. Cool. Hilton, it's like when I'm sitting twiddling my thumbs and waiting on people to send me an email, or I am for work-related stuff. Then 5 p.m. rolls around, and I got to do something not work-related and get 3 or 4 IMs all at once. Pain in the butt, man. Friggin' life, dude. Hey, at least it's dynamic, you know? Keeps things spicy, I guess. It's kind of why I like streaming, dude. Even though I'm kind of doing the same stuff every day, every single stream is different from the last. It keeps things nice. You never know who you're going to talk to. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know what you're going to need to explain. It's dynamic. I like it. Every day is a little bit different. Keeps things spicy. Keeps things fun. Alright, so. The crane fixes are done. I need to make a note that I modified it on the 18th. Banana, it happens. It's alright. Yeah.
Swifton, Tranquility Base here.
The
Eagle has landed.
A few skins for your road trip's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome. Doesn't help that most of my coworkers are Mountain Time or Pacific, and I'm here in Eastern. I don't envy you. I mean, Hillness, my clientele's from all over the world. My clientele. My clients from all over the world, you know? Is it the spice of life? Goat 'em. Yeah, Barcelona. See. Banana, I like that though, because, you know, I'm just inadvertently over time becoming a polyglot, which is hilarious to me. That's not something I ever kind of was interested in. But, dude, like, how many languages do I know? Like, how many languages do I know basics of? Like, hi, how are you? How's things? I have to do this. I need to do this. You know, like, a lot more than I ever thought I would. That's for sure. You know? Dude, I'm brushing up on Spanish. There's a lot of people from France that watch. Brushing up on French, trying to get better at that. Russian, obviously. A little bit of Portuguese in there. A little bit of German. Like, the hell? The hell happened? Like, where's the bathroom? Donde está el baño? What was the loo, mate? See, look, got a little bit of British in there. Guten Tag, Arthur. Wie geht's? I actually kind of dig it. That's really freaking cool, man. Learn all kinds of stuff. Jessica Watkins has started training with Crew 4. Looks like Russ Cosmos still don't want a cosmonaut on Dragon. Italian. Mir geht es sehr gut. Ah, wunderbar. Alright, so I needed to switch that to same vessel collision here. And I'm just going to make sure that this is all updated. 18, good. Alright, so this pad should be ready to go for another one. Another one. Alright, now... Speak German? Ich liebe das Auto. I like the car. I'm loving the car. Crew of Inspiration 4 suited up for return to Earth. Cool. Leib, not Leib. German's tough, man. Tough language. Honestly, like, I thought Russian would be harder than German. No. Russian's pretty straightforward, believe it or not. It's not that bad. It's the pronunciations. German's just a complicated language. So is Finnish. Finnish is complicated. Finish is a little weird. Did they land? No, not yet. Leave, not leave. Okay. Perkele no satana. Alright. Let's find the jet truck craft file. German's complicated. German and English are practically the same. I never said that English wasn't complicated, Lig. English doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's totally inconsistent. Where's the jet truck? If English is complicated, explain how I learned it when I was a baby, checkmate. Listening to you in English, talking to my girlfriend in Italian, and messaging my brother in Spanish. Cool. Und wann wirst du Brimo heiraten? Wir warten schon. Yeah? No, wait, hold on. Don't. And... And something about Brimo. Something very much, right? Spy sees what's going on. I didn't get it. I didn't get all of it. And when are you... Yeah, okay. I'm working on it. Jeez. Pretty much, John. Anyway. The jet truck, you know, we flipped the jet truck yesterday. And I was thinking, oh, well, the jet truck is the way that it is because it has to have the wheelbase and the guide pieces, you know, for lining things up. And then I realized that we literally don't do that with the jet truck. The jet truck it doesn't need the feeler pieces. It doesn't need them because it doesn't use them ever. So we don't need them. So I'm going to give this thing a little bit of a wider track so, you know, we don't have that whole, you know, flipping over thing. English is so complex from colloquialisms, plus all the context needed for identical words like rowboat, row and table, row to... Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, sir. All right. Let's go get our SSTO back, Chet. Why use more words when few do trick? Oh, Vin, don't tell them. Don't tell them our secrets.
Ah, you're gonna give away our best tricks. Yeah, that's military. Definitely military.
Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head, back doors are not secrets.
Ah, yeah, but you're giving away our best tricks. Wow, where'd you get this?
Sorry. Suddenly war games. Come on, that's a great movie.
No, Joshua called me. You don't even believe me.
Who you working for?
Nobody.
How do you think it feels to be extinct?
Shall we play a game? How about a nice game of chess? Greetings, Professor Falcon.
Where's the music? Oh, I shut it off because I was singing. But how? What do you mean, but how, Forge? They unloaded the cargo from the front of the plane before they unloaded the cargo from the back. You ever notice that planes usually unload cargo from the front and back at the same time? Why would you do that? Oh, I don't know. Maybe to keep the center of mass of the plane in place? No? Yeah, no, that's not important when you're flying, is it? No, not at all. Seriously, they started unloading cargo from the front. Why would they do that? Somebody gonna get fired. If you're going to be in Los Angeles area and would next week, make sure to call 213. Du wirst keine Heimat zerbrochen. So tell me, in the next movie, supposedly we see your butt. Great reference, Slumprod. Old school reference. That episode is 20 years old. That episode is... I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Let's, that's from an episode of Family Guy. Here. Actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't show that on stream. Your face is 20 years old. I mean, 33, but sure. There we go. Much straighter this time. Yeah, exactly, Forge, yeah. If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and would like tickets to Hitler, call 213. Du wirst keine Heimat zerbrochen. I think that means you're gonna need a nurse, or you better call a nurse or something. That's awesome, Chris. You also gave your Lucky Charms on St. Patrick's Day. Oh, jeez Louise. That's so messed up, dude. They've updated the Street View in Boca. It has Ship 20 there now. Oh, neat. Oh, yeah, African swallows are known migratory. Oh, yeah. Ah, okay, Chris, cool. So she was a normal functioning person. Sounds fun. Don't come across as much nowadays, do you, mate? This wider wheelbase jet truck is very nice. Very nice. Don't mind me just towing my shuttle. I'm just taking my shuttle for a walk. Render! Thank you. Very nice. One of Lab Padre's camera setups is mounted to a Chevy. Okay, that Chevy's pretty cool. Dude, that's like an '02 Suburban. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, no. That's all right. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's all right. That's when Chevy actually made good cars. Yes, that's fine. Very nice. I dig it. It's got lifted, running some mud tires with the bull bars. That's cool, man. I actually like that. I'd drive the piss out of that thing. Why do I like trucks so much? God damn it, dude. It's so weird. That was Lab's answer to needing to move the camera. That was Lab's answer to needing to move the camera from the same site NSF was at. See, he has the added cooling package. Yeah, yeah, the grill delete. Yeah, Jam. I was like, what, Jam? I'm looking for a freaking another radiator in there. No. Take the grill out. Yeah, it's probably got a 5.3 in it, Tars. Yeah. I mean, what engine came in those Suburbans in that year? They had the 5.3, 5760, I think. Hey, Klavic. Did we ever hear more about NSF's vandalized equipment? No. I can talk to Das about it if you want. Why does that car look cooler when it's dusty? Actually, Singularity, that's a huge... So, like, you know how, like, clothes have, like, fashions and stuff? Like, the clothes have, like, fashions and stuff. Great line. You know how, like, there's trends in fashion? Like, certain types of clothing is, like, not cool or cool, etc., etc. Cars are the same way. Yeah, cars are the same way. Having a car that looks like it's been used a lot, looks like it's done work, like, it's a real useful vehicle, is, like, really, that's a real big thing. So, like, I don't know why, like, maybe it's because the aesthetic or whatever. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, Chris, somebody cut the power cables to the PTC cameras. Strange. Oof. Yeah, Arthur, Mad Max cars are a very dramatic example. If you want another example, the Galaxy, Cleater's old Galaxy. See? That sucker. It's banged up. It's alright. Mighty proud of that ragged old car. You know? Yeah, it's got a 6BT Cummins in it, which is freaking righteous. Such a crazy engine swap. They came with 5.3 to 8.0. 8.0. 8.0. What about the smokestang? So that's Weston Champlin's. That thing's cool. Hey Snake, what's going on? So I've learned that dragonflies have existed for 130 million years. Do you think they woke up one day and said, I parked my dinosaur right here? Yes. What's the 8-liter? 8 liters of 500 cubic inches? That's pretty ridiculous. Cool, Thomas. Is an 8.1. The Vortec 8100 L18 is a big block V8 engine primarily used as a truck engine. It was a redesigned Chevy big block engine and it was introduced in 2001 in full-size pickups. It's an all-iron block and heads engine, 2 valves per cylinder, retained the same bore diameter as the 454, but the stroke was upped by 9.4 mil to reach 495 cubic inches for a total bore and stroke of 4.5 by 4.37 inches, 107.95 mil by 111. Power output ranged from 340 to 550, and torque from 455 to 690. Those are numbers that I enjoy. GM sold the Vortec 8100 to Workhorse, now a division of Navistar, making it one of the most popular engine choices in gas motorhomes during the first decade of the century. GM stopped installing big block V8s in Silverado trucks when the GMT 800 series was discontinued in 2007. Why have I not known about this, Jam? Why have I not known that Chevy made basically a 500 cubic inch Vortec? Any word on if the Navy's going to be provided oversight for the Inspiration 4 crew recovery operations? Negative. Coast Guard. Coast Guard, Perimeter, and SpaceX in-house recovery vessels. Too much KSP, not enough car stuff. Because, ew, Chevy. Yeah, but also almost 700 foot-pounds of torque. I'll make some exceptions for that. First crew recovery mission for the Searcher. Cool. Can I just, if possible? No cars. Not right now. Have I seen the new Garage 54 video? Which one? The shooting tires at junk cars? That was funny. Go Navigator did, Lunprod. Okay. Alright, the SSDO is out there. Let's check the missions. And we gotta do our time warps for the day. I can't get over how cool the SSTO is. People are into it. People are into it, for sure. Great design. Thanks, man. Okay, so we have a satellite in a specific orbit of Kerbin. 15.4 million meters by 13.3 million meters at 1.3 degrees inclined. Argument of periapsis is 2.82, 195. Go Navigator is a... Okay, yeah, cool. My brain is so confused. The music makes me want to play RimWorld, but the content makes you want to play KSP. Rimney World! I have a feeling we're going to be hearing this music a lot today already, so we'll only listen to it once. I thought about selling the Buick and my motorcycle. Found something interesting for sale. Just gonna leave us hanging, Jason, or? I wouldn't sell the Buick if I were you, dude. You've had that thing too long. It's your car, man. Nothing good here. Do the time warps. If I sell both, a guy at one of the local airports has for sale a V-tail Bonanza. Those things are death traps, dude. I would not trade the Buick for that. But you do you, man. The V is extremely susceptible to shear because of the plane's design. The V-tail. So those things are literally susceptible to just ripping themselves off. And Jason, that's right from Shattermage, dude, who's flown one of those things. He's like, yeah, no, I'm never doing that again. Nice. Science data from the surface of Minmus. I'm gonna take that one. They're called Doctor Killers for a reason. So we are going to land now. Crew or drone? Land? I extended the crew's stay up to 150 days, Chief. Not because I was like, oh, we don't have time to go and get them. All my other stays up there originally planned for 150 days, so I moved it to 150. So we have an unmanned flight test today, but I want to get this stuff done, dude. We're that close from getting that freaking big SSTO. What are your thoughts on the droid attack on the Wookiees? What? When did the droids attack the Wookiees? That would have been in episode 3? I thought you were on the road. No, Nez, that starts on Wednesday. I'm gonna try to get up to Vandenberg if I have time. I'm gonna try to get up to Vandenberg. I'll let you know. Because Nez, if I'm remembering, you're from not from like Lompoc, but you're from that kind of surrounding area, right? You also have a very nice shirt. Yeah, episode 3. I don't really remember. I mean, the droids attacking Kashyyyk, right? Because that's what they did. I think was a stupid idea because, you know, nobody worries about pissing off a droid on the battlefield, but, you know, droids ain't known for pulling people's arms out of their socket when they lose. You know, guys know that Wookiees are known to do that. I have a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Cyborg, 13-month resub. Switchio, nice. Man, I shouldn't have crashed that dang probe into the ore miner into the moon. Shouldn't have done that. That's the one we're working on. Magnetometer mystery goo. Trying to see if I could do that with any other missions. Oh wow, we could couple those two together. Alright. Alright. I'm taking that one. We're gonna take... So let's check the orbits here. 285 by 29 around Minmus. Not a problem. It needs to have mystery goo. Then this one right here. That's polar. Is this an equator... Okay, so that's an eccentric orbit. 285 by 29. And yeah, okay, that's good. We could use that. I could get into this orbit first, and then use Oberth to go into that's a polar orbit right there. It has a little bit of a different longitude of ascending though, but we should that shouldn't be that big of an issue. It needs to have a Science Junior on it. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. That shouldn't be too big of a problem. WB-57 is airborne. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna take that for the next mission. 1 and 2. We're gonna belt this mission out tonight. And then that's the next mission right there. That double Minmus satellite. So fluid dynamics. Anyway, you can cram 2 or 3 missions into one launch. Let's look at the orbits. Let's see. I might. Depending on that first orbit, we might be able to belt all 3 of them. Yeah, see, the land is close, so that shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be much to fix. I just want to say that if you did not stream the Inspiration 4 launch, I was not going to watch it on YouTube or even interested in it all, so thank you for introducing me to it. Also, I'll be lurking here until the landing starts. Hey, Maro. Awesome. I'm glad you like it. It's kind of why I stand guard here on Twitch, so to speak, and show people how cool spaceflight is. I mean, it is pretty cool. It's a pretty good time. It's fun, isn't it? It's just, man, every time those engines go, it's, you know, the thing to default to is like, oh, it's out of this world. Ha 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 ha. I can get it because they're launching, but it's pretty, you know, it doesn't take much to realize that it's something pretty damn special, you know? At least it's special to me. You know, I get it. Not everybody's going to be like, yeah, okay, they launched into space, great. Not everybody's going to be like, oh my god, that's so cool, but I love it. Every time I watch a rocket launch, it reminds me of when I, like, was, you know, a lot younger, watching shuttle launches. Just, oh, man. So cool. That, you know, that childhood wonder comes right back. And I'm just like, this is amazing. I freaking love it, you know? But, hey, I'm glad you got introduced to it. It's pretty cool. If only they didn't expend historical shuttle engines. It's just an amalgamation of metal, Swishio. Who cares? I'll trade it for boots on the ground on the moon, man. I'll trade it for that. I wouldn't trade shuttle engines for much, dude. You know that. My Uber driver today was around 50 years old and knew everything about Starship Super Heavy. It was so fun to talk to someone about that. That's cool, Ark. Launches get more and more enjoyable the more you learn. Few things remain so pure in your mind. Right? Exactly. Dude, that's, you know, well said, dude. That's exactly it. Which launches did you see live? I watched STS-117 and 116. Yeah, I watched STS-116 from my back porch in Orlando. And 117 up close. You know, it's just, yeah, it's crazy. I saw him launch. It was the strange. But like, so when I was a lot younger, Arthur, when I was a lot younger, my dad, one of the most vivid memories I have, you know, of childhood is my dad. Every time there was a rocket launch, getting me, he's like, no, come here. Look at this. Like showing me the shuttle launches and showing like the Hubble repair missions. This was back when it was, you know. No, you couldn't hear it. It was 50 miles away, Moto. Florida's flat, guys. Very flat. I went on a walk with a friend of mine today, and I always find a way of geeking out about rocket science. Dude's probably like, what's wrong with this guy? Rezel, I don't do that. I do not talk about space, and I keep my mouth shut about space in public. I don't even wear NASA stuff in public, dude. I'm dead serious about that. Like, I don't do that. Because I know if somebody asks me about space, I'm gonna go off, and I won't shut the hell up. I will say I'm still waiting for a vehicle with the charisma of Space Shuttle. Starship gives me hope. Starship is going to vindicate that Space Shuttle prey. It's going to vindicate it. It's going to be amazing. You know? I still think for a low Earth orbit access vehicle, horizontal landing would probably be a better way to do things, like the shuttle. But Starship is not just for that. That's not the only thing it's designed for, so screw it. I want to see a launch too, but the closest to you is Plesetsk. I don't think they want visitors. Nah. Nah, probably not, man. I hope. Alright. So let's check our Delta V requirements here. So, if we go back over here, that blue orbit is what we need, right? I'm gonna do what I did yesterday and do some mission planning. I actually really enjoy doing this way. This is actually kind of cool. We'll have the station, and I'll do Delta V calculations off of the station, and we can do a little bit of mission planning, which is actually pretty freaking cool. I actually dig that. Why is it crooked? That's peculiar. Why did the station flip like that? We have a LOAC on the station. No, we don't. Hip hip. Hip hop anonymous. Alright. I'm always annoyed when people have the audacity to have a strong opinion against SpaceX, Elon, and Starship without having any knowledge of it. Same for Tesla and other non-Elon tech. Yeah, Arthur, I know what you mean, dude. Yeah, it's annoying, dude. I hear a lot of people, you know, they saw one article about Elon Musk and they think they know everything about the guy, dude. Like, you know, it's just another billionaire with a freaking, you know, he's just another billionaire that, you know, just wants to make space accessible for rich people. It's like, yeah. Yep. Yep, sure. Arthur, I'll be honest with you. Unless it's in my domain in here, I know that problem is kind of out of my control. So I don't bother. I'm just like, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, AJ, you know what? One of the things I'm learning as I get older is to not weigh in on things you know nothing about. If anything, learning about spaceflight and how complicated it actually is taught me a pretty valuable lesson. That valuable lesson is that, look, stuff's complicated, man. Stuff's complicated, straight up. It's complicated. And if anything is even one iota of complication compared to, like, compared to spaceflight. Like, okay, so let me give you an example. All right, here's my example. Political science. Political science is complicated. Everyone thinks they know about political science nowadays. Everybody likes to weigh in on it. No, this isn't an opportunity for you to weigh in on anything in chat. Shut up. We don't need that here, all right? Poli-sci is something that everybody weighs in on. The thing about it, though, is political science is complicated. It's a complicated field of study, all right? It's a complicated study, and if it's anywhere near as complicated as, you know, like as like aerospace engineering is, then holy crap. That's like, aerospace engineering is my rule of thumb of complication. Stuff is always more complicated than we make it out to be, right? Like, always. Right? So, because of that, I try to, like, aerospace engineering has kind of taught me to just keep, you know, keep that in mind. Keep that in check, you know? Don't Don't weigh in on stuff you generally don't know anything about, because I know the depth of knowledge needed to be required to weigh in on an opinion because of how much I know about aerospace engineering. So it's probably better to, not do that. Did I miss anything? I'm just planning the mission out right now, Jim. I'm using the space station again to plan the trajectory. This is an impact trajectory with the moon, so... Does spin stabilization work in KSP? Why wouldn't it? You're gonna need persistent rotation if you really want to spin stabilize something, though, fellas. All right, how much delta V do we have from an orbit like this? Maneuver 1 is 870. Maneuver 2 is 330, give or take. So 900 and 400, right? So that's 1300 delta V. All right. Now, what is it gonna take? What is it going to take to get to Minmus from here? Maybe a lunar gravity assist. Not sure if that's in the cards, man. Another bi-elliptical transfer would probably be what we need to do. I'm trying to see if we can rope 3 missions together. And I'm trying to see how much delta V that's going to cost to do something like that. SpaceX finally adjusted the stream start time. The phasing might change a little bit, but we should be able to do it. That's a rendezvous with Minmus. So to get to the different orbits around Minmus, we should probably budget. I'd say this is a gross overestimation, about 200. It's a horrible overestimation, because circularizing around Minmus usually takes about 150 or something like that. Let's just say for circularization and getting into the 2 orbits, we'll budget around 300. Let's look at the delta V map. How much delta V do we need? Yeah, 160. Yeah, 300 for that. Okay, cool. So 300 for doing that. Now we add up all the delta V's from all the maneuvers that we have. 80, 82. So 88, 82. That's 170 plus 300. So we're at 470. Plus 330, so that's 330. Wow, blanked again. 470 plus 330, 800. Sorry. And then plus 900 on top of that. So 900, so 1700. So let's figure. What do you think? What do you guys think? So it's about 1800 delta V is what we're really looking for. 1800 delta V in the probe is what we need. Give or take. And that would be enough to get to all these different orbits. Right? I would say 2000. Yeah, 2000 would probably be a surefire. 2000 delta V in any probe would be a surefire. Now, this is a little bit complicated. We have 2-ton payload capacity in the small SSTO. 2-ton payload capacity, and we need... this thing needs a bunch of different equipment on board. We need a magnetometer, a Science Junior, Mystery Goo, because we're doing 3 payloads now. So let's go in and let's see what satellites we have at our disposal to get this done. 2000 delta V is the magic number from low Kerbin orbit. No, we're not assembling a probe. I'm going to try to make one probe do 3 commercial contracts all at once. If I can nail this, Chivo, that should give me enough. It should give me enough delta V. Not enough delta V. It should give me enough money to get this all done. And since the final orbit is around Minmus, I would like to put a relay in there. But anyway, here. All right, so let's look at the mission requirements. Satellite in a specific orbit around Kerbin. It needs a magnetometer and Mystery Goo. We'll start with a Mark II satellite. How much delta V do I need if I want to go from Kerbin to Eve with a transfer stage circularized deorbit? Here, Swiss, check this out. That thing that I just linked, and I linked it in chat for you as well. This, the delta V map. It'll tell you exactly what you're looking for. It looks like a subway. It looks like a metro map, right? No. This will tell you the approximate amounts of delta V that you need. So, provided you're in the right phasing, meaning that you're in the ideal time to transfer, you want to go from Kerbin to Eve. So, 80 kilometers, you want to go from Kerbin to Eve. So it's 950. $950, 900, 1300 to circularize around Eve. And then 8,000 delta V. 8,000 delta V to land. So, see the key right here? That's to capture. That's to circularize at 100. And then landing is about 8,000 delta V. Yeah, use the DV map, dude. Super useful. Alright, so... a magnetometer. How does it work? Let's just put that there. I'm watching some Jennings. It makes me want to wrench on old cars. Old engines, unrestored, sounds so cool. Flykin did the 29 GMC, right? Did it show up in suggested? Yeah. Your boy's a YouTube junkie too. I don't know where I find the time to do it, but I do. $8K to get into orbit. Yeah, that's right, Adam. Yeah, you got it, Adam. I've seen one a few days ago, but I just watched him get a 57 International started. $57 International. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Red? Was it the red one, or was it the one that just rust? Blue. I don't recall that video. Anyway, cool. I can't get distracted by cars today because we got the Inspiration 4 stuff, even though I really want to. Blue with no back. Yeah, I gotcha. Coming from Vodland, so yesterday you talked about ships pollution, just to comment on that. They pollute a lot, but the greenhouse gases are just a tiny portion of the global pie. Cars and trucks are the opposite. Yeah, Raph, but people don't understand that we're using the oceans as a gigantic CO2 scrubber, and that's why we've pumped all this carbon into the atmosphere, and there's seemingly nothing wrong. The ocean is a finite capacity of being able to absorb CO2. And what do oil tankers dump into the ocean? Carbon-based stuff. Milk? Oh, that. I mean, take your pick, I guess. Yeah, Warlock, pretty much. Anyway, let's keep going. That's the point I was trying to make. So magnetometer, mystery goo. For this one, an equatorial around Minmus, it needs mystery goo. And then mystery goo and a science junior. Okay. So, all right, this is everything that we need. Cool. How much delta V does this thing have? Oh. Well. Maybe if we just, like, you know, give it double the fuel. There's very few times in spaceflight where that actually works, but okay. It's almost enough. Mass is up on the screen, Element. I think we're still going to be okay. '70s Opal, you got it in one of his videos, looks mint. The engine's pretty clean, so does the body. Yeah. Sorry, I'm on mobile, too small to read. 1.14 tons, so we're at 1,100. So yeah, we're pretty much good from what you see on the screen. So I know the first company we were launching is Fluid. They usually say in the video, Flykin, extra batteries for all the extra science. I think that it only says that we need to send the stuff there, Mile. We don't need to do the science. But, yeah, I mean, I suppose we could. What's the most useful basic thing I can do with robotic parts in KSP? I've never touched them and they are very intimidating, but I'm looking to start. Don't think about it that way, Stormy. That's the most useful thing that you can do. If you just say, oh, I want to get good at using the robotics, let me just... no, try and build something. I suppose that's what you're asking, yeah? Try and build something. So, application drives design, right? So, build a crane. Seriously. Take something that can pick up 18 tons and then drop it somewhere else. Figure out the simplest way to do that. And then go. Just sprays WD-40 into the carburetor. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that on a new car, Flykin. It's flammable. It'll blow up. Usually you use ether. Carb cleaner, you can use brake cleaner if you want to. You can use WD-40, literally anything that's flammable. You could use paint if you really wanted to. Paint would gum stuff up though eventually, because it sticks to things. You could pour tequila down the carb, dude. That'll work. If it's high enough proof, alcohol will work just fine. The thing is that alcohol burns a little bit hotter, so you know, wouldn't want to do that for a long period of time. Will you ever attempt to make Mechazilla? I could. Okay, so we have 2292 Delta V here. I don't know, should we relay this thing? We have the Delta V to do it. Do we have the mass? 1.14. Yeah, we could relay it. Is there like WD-30? No. WD-40 stands for Water Displacement Formula 40. It's actually a byproduct of NASA, if you really want to know. How is it a byproduct of NASA? I know that's the next question. Well, they needed to figure out a way to prevent condensation from messing up stainless steel Atlas missiles sitting in their silos, so they came up with a displacement formula to keep the stainless steel from rusting. Water Displacement Formula 40. It made it into the public. Made it into the public eye after a certain amount of time, and WD-40, the company, has been making it since. True story. Why is it used as a penetrating fluid lubricant nowadays? Because it's good at doing that. It gets... yeah, it's good at it. They basically found other applications for it down the road, man. That's all. PB Blaster is a better penetrating oil, though. That's what I use. I use PB. Alright, close out the fuel. Wait. We need mystery goo, a magnetometer, and a science junior. And I was budgeting about 2,000 Delta V. We have 1,900. I put the relay on there because it would be nice to have a relay satellite dedicated around Minmus. So we had 900 plus 300, which is 1,200 Delta V to get to the first orbit. And then to do the Minmus transfer, it was 80 and 80 again. So that's 1,360. Budget another 300 for capture, that's 1,600. And then another 150, I guess, for getting into the two different orbits. Yeah, 1,900 will be enough, and we'll have a relay satellite around Minmus now, which is really good. Cool. Save that. We take 80 from 200 and we make a deal. Nah, it's fine, Ricky. 1,900 should be more than enough for what we need. More than I need. You just gotta make sure the damn thing fits. I gotta check. I gotta check to be sure. No loose ends. No loose ends. I do not want any surprises. Find the Block 3 version of this. This is the exact version of the thing that we have out there. Get rid of this. I'm going to merge that crap file and make sure we have enough space. Merge the payload transfer vehicle. The front part of the antenna is inclinable. We have enough. We're good. Nice, Alex. There you go. T-minus 1 hour 16 until splashdown. I gotta get going. We gotta go fast. Dude, if we complete these 3 missions back to back to back, that'll give us enough. We'll have enough money. So then it's just fix the big SSTO from there, and then we're good. Hopefully we can make it. SpaceX goes live in 24 minutes. Well, we're not gonna make it, but what's wrong with the big one? Nothing. Well, technically nothing, Soapy, but so the problem that I've had in the past is a critical structural design flaw. There's a structural design flaw in the big vehicle. Basically, the chassis doesn't like touching down on the runway. If you touch down on the runway too much, it'll break it. It'll just explode. So there's a structural design flaw. There's a problem with the actual frame of the vehicle that holds the fuel tanks and everything that I never noticed. So every time I get enough money to go and launch the big SSTO, I go and launch it and it does its mission, but I crash it and it blows up. It's really annoying, actually. Did you build or commission a new ship for the one that crashed on the island? I have not. I had one that I had, per my mission mode story, we had another one. There was 2 of them. One was being refurbished, though, while we were operating the other one. So 10 is over there in pieces. I took parts off of it. And that's serial number 10 that crashed out there. And this is serial number 7. Serial number 8 is the one on the other side of the mountain. I forget what happened to 9. I think 9 crashed in the water out there. So 9 is over there. So this is 7. 7 is operational. 8 crashed into the desert out there on the other side of the mountains. 9 crashed into the water next to the desert. 10 is over there, and we don't have an 11. Hey, RT, what's up, man? Yeah, so Soapy, I gotta fix that, dude. I don't know how I overlooked it, but what happened to 1 through 6? They were testing prototypes. They all ended up crashing, or I scrapped them. Are you watching the splashdown today? Am I watching the splashdown today? What kind of question is that? I can't believe it's been 3 days already. Time flies when you work for a living. 3 days? What, did you, Gore-Tex, did you get a new job and I missed it? Did I miss something? Oh, Inspiration 4. I'm stupid. Yeah, no, I misunderstood. Yeah, no, it's... Oop. It's, yeah, it seems like it kind of just came and went, huh? Okay. Sorry, it's getting dusty in here. I think when I come back from Route 154, I'm going to take apart the setup and clean it. It's getting dusty. Wonder if they had time to watch some Netflix. You got lightning. All right. 22nd, Jimbo. Alright, before we get this into the finalized position, let's take a look at the pad. Get our heading alignment from the pad. So we're at -4, 270.9. -4, 270.9. Make sure we're controlling from the right control point on this vehicle. What would the Inspiration 4 crew be doing right now? They're probably... So they're probably doing a EDL check. A pre-EDL check. Serious? Basically, you know when you're on an airplane and they're like, the exits, please look around and make sure you're aware if the exits are here. In the event of this event happening, the oxygen mask will come down. In the event of this happening, they're literally that. Space, they do that all the time. Heck, pilots do that. Pilots, when they're taxiing to the runway, they go through a list of, like, what you need to do if, like, your engine decides to explode right after you take off, or there's a bird strike or whatever. They're probably doing that. Just a quick refresher about what you need to be doing. Elon tweet. Elon tweet, Krobe. We're slightly misaligned, but not too big of an issue. The SSTO is slightly nose down. But that's okay. We can level that out. Is this the big one or the small one? This is the small one, Morbius. This is the small one. Dude, I had to keep flying the big one. Like, I had to keep saving up to fly the big one, and every time I did it, we'd always crash, and I couldn't figure out why. And then after the last time I crashed the stupid thing, I figured out why. It has a structural flaw in it. So the big one is an exact copy of this thing, pretty much in every way. The same things that I use to mount the tanks in this thing, I use the same parts to mount the tanks in the small one as I do in the big one. The trouble is that in the big one, I'm mounting a tank that's like 20 times larger, so the tanks were shearing off the mounts every time I touched the ground. I have to find a way to reinforce that connection, and that's something we can figure out. I have 700 in the bank right now, Shady. Doing this mission should get me pretty freaking close to getting it right. Zero at 270.9. Okay, let's go for the forward bipod attachment. Yep, we're not entirely aligned. See the two docking ports? This is a very good indicator. So I did this incorrectly the other day. This is the reason why I lost 10. So pay attention. I saw this, and I saw, oh, it's not aligned. I need to mess with the friction control so the SSTO will slide. Well, no. If these ports should line up. If they don't line up, that means you're not entirely aligned. What does that mean? Like, how could I, like, what do you mean aligned? Now, with 10, if this is the launch box and this is the SSTO and you guys are looking at it from the top, with 10, it was this way, right? But if you're looking at it from the side, this is misaligned this way. We have some deflection up. So the launch box is pointing down and the SSTO is pointing up. That's why those aren't lining up. But it still is a textbook thing showing it's not lined. So we have to... What I need to do to get that right is unlock the launch box hinge for a second. And then take these guys and lift them until those two docking ports are in position. And now we take the secondary bipod strut and same problem. We're having a very, very nasty alignment problem here. I might actually have to mess with the friction control because we are misaligned laterally. So let me just take that and move this back this way. We're still misaligned. Okay. Why? I want to know why. Why is this misaligned this way? Is it because of these? It is. Oh no, goalie. Well, that's not good. Okay, chat, I want to make everybody, and VOD viewers, if you're watching too, I want to make everybody a witness. I turned the friction control back on. Okay? So if this fails, it ain't because of that. Peepo G that stuff, man. I'm shutting the friction control off again to get this docking port to align. It's not aligning because these are pushing in the wrong direction. See, I need to figure out why this is happening. That shouldn't be doing that. But it's a good news is it's a replicatable problem. This is something that happened with 10. We had a weird kind of alignment problem here. 8 minutes till SpaceX goes live. Thank you. Once again, this is indicative of something that's very misaligned. Kelders, this is RimWorld, the RimWorld soundtrack. Okay, we got it. She's aligned. Perfect. All right, set these back. Cool. The SSTO is in position. Now because it's in position, we can go back to the launch box and we can lock it out. The reason why we can lock the launch box, or why we need to launch the lockbox out, is because we do not want the SSTO to move when we go to put payload in it. Control from here. We're pitched up 7. Pitched up 7. We got a wicked shimmy up here. Yeah, you're not kidding, man. Unlock the launch box. There we go. Now she's locked in at 2. Perfect. That's fine. Okay. Open up. Open up the payload bay, which has the old satellite dispenser in it. We already used this to deploy satellite. See this thing right here? The triangle? The wedge of cheese, people? That's already been in space. I flew it and I brought it right back. This is a reusable launch complex and a reusable launch vehicle. Exactly, Shady. Compounding errors. Yep. Couple of different things contributed to the cause. Yep. Just like spaceflight, it's always something stupid. It's always something dumb like that. It never fails. Okay. It's always a couple of stupid things. Yep. Yeah, you're right. It'd be really nice if I could select the part that I'm trying to control from and not just select the fairing that's around it. There we go. 0.3, 270, roll 2. Got it. Okay. SpaceX is online. All right. Let's get these payloads transferred and then we'll go. lock the vehicle. Yeah, TJ, that's engineering. You should be able to, John. Yeah. It's not one thing, it's always another, huh? Can you stop blowing stuff up? I'm not doing anything. It likes to do that plenty well by itself. The guide pieces for the crane just decided to just explode. They bound up and I didn't see it. We still have one though, so I can still get this out, but now I need to replace the crane. Don't try to put a payload together with the crane bent like that. It's not a good idea. If only there was an old way to not have to pull out old dispensers. Yeah. Yeah. Because the crane binding up is a dispenser problem, huh, genius? Give me a break, man. Freaking can't stand it when people do that crap. That's right, Raph, yeah. You guys keep doing that, dude. Like this problem could equally happen with the payload than it could with the dispenser. No, would it happen coming back or does this payload in place? Yeah, okay. Well, that puts a damper in things. Great. How am I gonna do this now? I gotta get a new crane out here. SpaceX is live. Is it though? I don't know. Maybe if you remind me again, I'll know that it's live more. Is it more live now than it was a minute and a half ago?